Hello everyone, it is me Vegeta T23 and welcome back to my new What If. Today we're starting a brand new What If called What If Gohan Never Stopped Training. Before I start, I'd like to mention that I created a Discord server for you to join. The link is in the description of this video, so if you'd like to join in and talk to me and the rest of my fans, it's there. I'd also like to mention that I created an Instagram so you can survey my very uninteresting life. I post either Minecraft or also stuff. Now back to the video. Before we start with anything, I like to go over some things that I want to change about Gohan and with the story. First off is his PTSD and his lacking will to train for himself to get stronger. His PTSD from a while ago is still there, but serves a different purpose. Even though he doesn't like training at all, being a half-breed and all that, his main reason to train to get stronger is his family, his friends, and the entire planet in general. Basically, since his father's death, he is the one from the Son family that can continue the legacy, pretty much staying as a main protagonist like he was at the Cell games. You know, being stronger than everyone and all. So his will to train is boosted by his PTSD actually, meaning he's fearing the future and feels a need to get stronger. He still keeps up with his studying in school though. With nothing else changed, let's begin the What If. During the 7-year time skip, a lot has changed in the terms of Gohan's behavior opposed to the canon. He became a good friend of Vegeta's since he wanted to train with someone stronger, so he spent his free time with Vegeta in the gravity chamber. Goten was born, and since Gohan was training most of the time, Goten would join in too to train with his older brother. Vegeta has taken an interest in the Saiyan hybrid and thinks of him as a true friend, even taking a liking towards him and Goku a lot more than he used to. Vegeta has become even more reclined towards his family due to Gohan's impact on him, and has become aware that he does indeed have a wife and a kid, telling him she has some great news for him. Gohan gets home and Chi-Chi explains how he got accepted into a very good high school and that he is starting in a few days. Gohan knew that's the way to go, but still has to keep up with his training, so he uses those days to train with Vegeta as much as he can. During a meal, Gohan asks Bulma that since he's gonna fly to school, he's gonna need a disguise, preferably something superhero looking, since he saw a lot of bullshit go down in the city where he's gonna attend his high school. Bulma says she can make something in a couple of hours since she has some time to kill. Might as well do something productive she could actually enjoy making. Gohan is thrilled and thanks Bulma. He then goes back to training with Vegeta. A couple hours later, Bulma enters the room and passes Gohan the bracelet, but due to Gohan's confusion, she explains that she made the bracelet as a cloaking device for the suit, and since he is gonna land near school, might as well have a quick and easy change of clothes. Gohan thanked Bulma and continued training again. The Monday has come, the day when Gohan attends high school, and he gets ready. When he arrives, he sees some people who are speeding on the road. So he goes there to stop them since he has some time to spare. He does so and then goes to school. At school he meets with Dell, and once he was told she is the daughter of Mr. Satan, they become friends rather easily, both being fighters of course. He tells her about his father and how he won multiple Tenkaichi Budokais, and Videl figures that he might have been there during the Cell games. She also mentions the next and upcoming Tenkaichi Budokai. Gohan thinks for a moment and decides to participate in it. He keeps his alter ego a secret quite well at this point of the story, until Videl tells him about a mysterious guy who went and dealt with the speeding squad. Gohan knows that's him but lies his way out. Videl goes to investigate the identity of what she gathered is the Great Saiyan Man. She waits for tomorrow cause she knows shit is gonna go down. Next day, that's exactly what happens. She roams around the city before school and sees a bank robbery in progress. Saiyan Man intervenes and she goes to take him on. He stops the robbery in time but senses someone behind him. He turns around to see Videl. Videl approaches him and looks up his head. She sees a very confused, sweating, and similar face under the disguise, so he shouts out Gohan's name. Gohan's heart drops and then he flies off into an alley and she follows. Videl questions him and he agrees to cooperate, taking off his helmet, revealing himself. Videl is shocked she actually caught him red-handed and asks him how he can fly, fight so good, be so strong and so on. and he lies about it, saying that he trains in the local gym every day, while in reality he is way stronger than he was previously shown. Videl says she will keep it a secret if he trains her. Gohan has no choice but to comply, so he asks what kind of training exactly, and she says the flying technique and some fighting moves. So basically she's asking for more than in a canon. Gohan has to comply so he doesn't get exposed, and so he agrees to train her. One more school day passes and Videl heads off to Gohan for her lessons. Everyone looks on with wide eyes, whispering and talking to themselves if the two became a couple and all. They just dip out of there with red faces. Gohan then says since there are two of them, she can't really fly yet, so he calls for the Nimbus Cloud in the attempt to avoid carrying her, which he thinks will lead to even bigger problems and uncomfortable moments. They then depart on the Nimbus. They arrive at the outskirts and begin training. He first starts teaching her how to fly, and he can't really explain energy and how to control it. But to his aid, Goten arrives and gets introduced to Videl and the flying lesson, so he helps out with the explanation by ki blasting the fuck out of a big ass rock. Videl succeeds to bring her ki out and she takes flight for the first time. Once they finish the day, they decide to split up, but Gohan decides to take her to Bulma's place so she's closer to home. They then fly there, barely but surely. Once there, he tells Videl that she will now see what real training is like for him, calling for Vegeta and going for it. However, a voice appears from out of nowhere, and it appears to be Goku, asking to be signed up for the tournament too. Gohan is happy to hear his father again. Videl is confused. Gohan now has high hopes of getting over his weakness. Videl asks who that was, and he says that it was his father, how he's dead, and he could speak to them that way. With that, Gohan and Vegeta then have the hardest training session yet to celebrate Goku's return. The day of the tournament is finally there, and Videl is pretty trained up. Gohan and the rest of the gang is there, patiently waiting on Goku to arrive. Soon enough, he arrives, making everyone drop down in tears and greeting him with open arms. With Goku now there, Gohan finally lets his anxiety down for a bit and appreciates the time he has with his father. And with that, we're leaving things be for now. Thank you for watching. If you think Gohan became a bitch in the canon, then click dislike. But if you liked the video, hit that like button. If you'd like me to cover your idea in the near future, comment down below. And as always, peace out.